Hello everyone, I'm Anam Sheikh from Pune Times Mirror. We are at La Densitae Skin, Hair and Laser Clinic in Bangalore. La Densitae has treated various cases of hereditary hair loss after childbirth, hair loss after cancer and other life stressors in a safe and medically proven manner. Let's hear more about hair health and hair transplant from Dr. Gajanan Jadhao.
Established in 2012, La Densitae Hair Transplant Clinic is synonymous with first-class hair transplant procedures and hair loss treatments with guaranteed results. Currently, La Densitae Hair Transplant Clinic has clinics in Pune, Thane, Kochi, Aurangabad, Kolhapur, Nanded, Nashik, Navi Mumbai, Jalgaon, Bangalore and Lucknow. Each clinic has experienced and expert hair transplant doctors and hair specialists to serve their clients and resolve their hair problems. La Densitae Hair Transplant Clinic has latest FDA-approved technology and equipment at state-of-the-art operation theatres. La Densitae promises to resolve the hair issues in safest and scientifically proven treatments. Dr. Gajanan Jadhao, the founder and director of La Densitae Hair Transplant Clinic, is one of India's most experienced and best hair transplant surgeons. He has received hair transplant training and studied trichology at the University of Germany. As a result, he has gained considerable experience performing hair transplant procedures and treating hair loss issues with the latest hair treatments.
Hello everyone, I'm Anam Sheikh from Pune Times Mirror. Today we are at La Densitae Skin, Hair and Laser Clinic in Bangalore in conversation with founder, director and hair transplant surgeon Dr. Gajanan Jadhao. Hello sir, please tell us a little about La Densitae.
Okay, so La Densitae we have started as a brand in 2016. So I already had one brand, Follicle, we have started long back ago. But when we have started about thinking about the international market, I just wanted to have something which can attract the international market, like international patients. So the name La Densité represents a French name, basically the density. Everybody would like to have a good density of hair on the top, basically. So everybody is looking for a good density, like whoever wants after hair transplantation also good density. Even somebody is facing hair thinning problem, they say I'm losing a lot of density. So everybody is behind the density of hair. So the name suggests La Densité. So La Densité means we are trying to give the density either by medicines or either by a hair transplantation. So the journey started from that point, and now we are at more than 10 centers all over in India, and we are trying to give a world-class hair services all over.
Okay, that's great, sir. Sir, as we start, please explain hair loss and baldness.
Okay, so that is our core subject. Basically, we have started some hair follicle from somebody else. You must have seen like kidney transplant, liver transplant. We are having some different donor. We are taking kidney of some patient and implanting into the other patient. So this is not happened with the hair transplantation. In hair transplantation, your own hair are used for the transplantation. So basically this area called occipital area or strong donor area of your scalp, which is used for hair transplantation. So these hair are basically a baldness resistant. You can say a DST resistant hair. So you must have seen like people are not losing hair from this area because they are resistant to the action of DST. So this area is used for a hair transplantation. So we are taking out the roots from the skin. Beneath the skin we have the layers of dermis and epidermis. The follicles are present into the dermis. We take out with the machine called FUE. Is a technique where we do use a machine for the extraction. The older technique is called FUT, where we take out complete skin along with the hair and we cut that skin into a parts and we take out the hair follicles one by one by cutting under a microscope. That was an old technique and used to be a common technique that time. Now we are using a stitchless technique called FUE, where a procedure is very fine as well as simple. Patient can go same day at home. He can be discharged from the hospital and the pain factor is really very less and recovery is literally very fast. The same day patient can go home, eat the food. He can maybe next day morning if he's working from home, he can do the work from home also. It is that simple and that's so a clean cut procedure called FUE. So FUE is a treatment called is a treatment of hair, basically baldness is one type of hair transplantation.
Sir, how safe is hair transplant?
Okay, so talking about the safety of hair transplantation, the procedure is very low risk surgery because we are just dealing with the skin and hair part only. So we are not going into any vital organ in the body. See, vital organs are your lungs, your heart, your liver, your brain and kidney. These are vital organs. When you are dealing with such an organ, it becomes a high risk surgery. When you are dealing with the skin part, it's very superficial part. So as such, risk for the surgery is very less because you don't have a much of blood supply. You can say a lot of blood loss is not there, and you are not opening into the cavity of any abdomen or chest cavity. You are not opening. So it's very safe procedure. It's very superficial procedure and is done just 5 millimeter of the depth. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Only problem with the procedure, it's a long duration procedure. So every hair transplantation usually lasts for minimum 4 hours to maximum of 8 to 9 hours, you can say nowadays. So the duration of surgery and anesthesia used during the surgery is a basic concern when you talk about the hair transplantation. So local anesthesia is used during the surgery. Local anesthesia means only the skin part is getting anesthetized. Like if you do a surgery of a brain, you have to completely anesthetize the patient. Patient will be put on ventilator and patient will not recognize anything. Local anesthesia, only the skin part is getting anesthetized. So patient is completely awake during the surgery. So he cannot feel anything on this particular part, but is completely awake below the skin part. So he can like listen to music, he can talk with the doctor, he can have a lunch in between, he can go to washrooms, he can enjoy the theater experience and all. So that is possible. So it is very low risk surgery. But the problem appears when there is a problem with the infrastructure, problem with the doctors and problem with the patient safety. So why I'm talking about this right now is because most of the problem is happening in a black market area. Why I'm saying like this? Because there are some technicians who have started a hair transplantation clinic. Some businessmen started clinics in salons like that. And doctor doesn't have that experience in a hair transplantation. So when these problems arises, the patient safety get compromised. When we have patient looking for maybe a very cheap or low quality hair transplant or low cost hair transplantation, that time patient is taking the risk of life because they don't know what level of anesthesia they should go. Some patient doesn't get good anesthesia level, so the technician or the person who is not experienced into it just putting anesthesia again and again, which causing a problem with the patient safety. So in such a scenario, you might see there are some complications, but if you go to a good reputed doctor who is running a clinic, you might not see any side effect of hair transplantation as such.
Please explain any myths or bust any myths regarding hair transplant.
Okay, so mostly people comes with the most important questions is whether this hair will last till the life of mine. So see, these are basically a live hair. It's your own hair. It's not like that we are putting some plastic hair. It is going to be your own hair. The time you have got hair on the backside, infection, somebody is having alopecia areata problem, or somebody is having a problem with the skin like psoriasis and all. So in such a cases, you might see difference in the hair transplantation results. But when the patient condition is absolutely under control, there is no associated problems, you will find hair transplantation is 100% successful.
Sir, how does La Densitae differ from other clinics?
Okay, so we are basically a hair transplantation clinic, but we have developed some techniques of doing hair transplantation which differs from other people. We exclusively do a real-time FU technique in hair transplantation. What is real-time? I'll just explain in a few minutes. See, you must have seen like in any organ transplant, there is a time frame or window where you have to take out the organ from somebody and you have to implant somewhere. So you must have a green corridor, and you must have heard about it, like when you transfer one donor from Bombay to Delhi, then you have a special flight and all roads are open for the organ to reach to the donor area. So why is it so? Because that organ might get dead if it is not implanted within that time frame. So that time frame is 4 hours to 6 hours maximum. So when you do a hair transplantation, that time you have to take out the graft from this donor area, and again you have to put back into the recipient area in the front area. So that time duration is very, very important. So being a very long duration surgery, and one hair taking out and again implanting takes almost, in a newcomer doctor, you can take around 8 to 12 hours for the surgery. So to reduce this problem of having dead hair graft, we have invented a technique called real-time FE. Here we are putting a hole first, like we are making a space to put a graft, hair graft, and we are taking out a 300 to 400 graft at a time only. So that takes just 15 minutes to take out 300 grafts, and again they are going back into the skin within 15 minutes. So the duration of surgery basically for the graft is just 30 minutes maximum. Okay, so in such cases your death rate is 0%. So you will get 100% survival in such a scenario when you are taking out graft and immediately again putting back into the skin of the patient. So we have changed this way of doing hair transplantation. So if you ask me what is the failure rate in La Densitae, I say it's almost 0%. We have not a single patient who did not have a result of hair transplantation. Yeah, there might be little variation because of patient's graft quality. Some patient might have a thick hair, some patient might have a thin hair, some patient might have 1 hair follicle per graft, some patient have 3 to 4 hair follicle per graft. According to that, density differs, but if you ask me, if you have implanted the graft, it has to grow by doing RTFU technique in La Densitae.
Sir, what are the precautions or restrictions after a hair transplant?
Okay, as per se, to be honest, if you follow a proper 1 month of schedule, after 1 month there is no restriction as such. You can cut, you can trim, you can swim, you can wear a helmet, you can apply coconut oil, you can do whatever you want with your transplanted hair. Dyeing, and we ask 3 months not to apply a dye because most of the dyes are having some chemical compositions, ammonia and other things, so they do not take proper care of those, like from where you get those dyes and all. We don't have that control on that, so we ask not to dye for next 3 months. And mostly all the things are permittable after hair transplantation. Those hair are more stronger hair than your natural front hair, so natural care, whatever you are taking for other hair, just that care is more than sufficient for your transplanted hair. Nothing special precaution as per se is required. No special shampoos, no special oil, nothing is required after hair transplantation.
So what is the message or advice you would like to give our Pune Mirror viewers?
Okay, thank you Pune Mirror for giving me an opportunity to present this very interesting topic of hair fall as well as hair transplantation and its other modalities of treatment. So definitely we will love to help out the Pune Mirror guys who are watching this video, as well as those are subscriber of Pune Mirror. We will give a special attention to those guys. But a very important thing you must understand that try to prevent baldness as much as possible. Whatever hair fall you are facing, experiencing, if you feel that it is more than normal, come to La Density Baner, Pune. We will help you to sort out your issues related to hair. We will give a proper genuine advice. We are like one of the trusted clinic you can search everywhere, and we are dealing specifically with hair. So come to us without any doubt. We will help you out and try to manage a hair fall at proper time, so that hair transplantation should not be a treatment for you. Thank you very much.